east of the 405. One of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, ready for this battle in the NFC West, a division of haves and have-nots of late. Division that's produced the NFC representative to the Super Bowl for 4, Greg, of the last 6 years.
Yeah, it's very top-heavy, and it's really interesting to see kind of how that baton has been passed. San Francisco and L.A., they've really been the belle of the ball over the most recent years. But it wasn't very long ago that the best team in football, arguably, was the Seattle Seahawks. And then you look what's going on down in Arizona. They probably surprised some people last year. They feel like they have their long-term stability at the quarterback position with that new staff. So I wouldn't be surprised if halfway through this year, we look at the NFC West and say, this is one of the better divisions in football.
And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Rams led out by a Super Bowl champion, Matthew Stafford, second among all active passers in the NFL. Only Aaron Rodgers has thrown for more yards. Hard to believe, Greg, it's already season 16 for the man out of the University of Georgia.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
In motion, it's Robinson. They go play action with Stafford. That is caught downfield by Kupp. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is just like recess, just playing one-on-one football and saying, all right, I'm throwing you the ball, you got to go get open. This is a great job by the receiver selling it at the top of his route. The defender thought he was defending a deep ball. He sticks his foot in the ground and comes back. Well-timed, well-executed, and a nice pickup.
And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Play action, Stafford. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
A first down throw for Stafford. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. That is Leonard Floyd, the veteran who got to the quarterback.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, Stafford. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Not sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
That's complete on the tight end screen. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up fourth down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front. And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. On the return, it's Ronnie Bell. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here come the 49ers, and they are led by Brock Purdy. You know the story, taken last in the 2022 draft. The last two seasons, he has led the Niners deep in the playoffs, and it's his third season, Greg, as the QB for San Francisco.
Mr. Irrelevant. Well, I think it's safe to say, Mike, he has been anything but irrelevant since arriving in the NFL, and he is living proof. It doesn't matter if you're drafted first overall or, in his case, with the very last pick. What does matter is what you do with the opportunity once it's given to you. Nothing real flashy about his game.
And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. We're going to get him down behind the line.
We met with them the other day, Mike, and the offensive coordinator, he went out of his way. He was adamant that they felt really good early in this game. There was a lot of things on this opening script they could do to attack this defense. Well, needless to say, I don't think giving up a sack on the first play was what he had in mind, and now they face a second and long. They got to get back on track.
Throwing on second down is Purdy. That's into the hands of Jordan Mason. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
All right, so there's really 3 running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Yes, you have to operate out of the backfield like a traditional running back. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Able to complete it to Ayuk. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. He got loose after the grab, and they
needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
Throwing on first down is Purdy. Going right back to Samuel. He's got it again. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
To the right side here, pass is caught. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were, Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
So, not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he's in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Now Jake Moody for the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers move out to a 7-3 lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Johnson now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice play for the drive to start. Rams offense ready to possess the football for the second time. Trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. This one taken in by Parkinson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Out of the gun, Stafford. This one caught by Parkinson. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem...
Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Fred Warner, the all-pro linebacker, shooting in there to bring him down.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the 1st quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection. How can we get extra bodies and extra attention? Because we still got a long way to go in this one.
Second down, it's Stafford. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Third and long. Here's Stafford. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Niners offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. It's Purdy. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground in line, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Purdy now on 2nd down. Right back to Kittle. That's another one. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On the bootleg, it's Purdy. Right side, pulled in by Samuel. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll put Ayuk in motion. Throwing again is Purdy. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Back to the air again is Purdy. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
So the drive stalls out, and here's the Aussie Mitch Wishnowsky to punt. Kyron Williams back to return it. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Rams offense ready for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Play action now for Stafford. Throw right side, held in by Cup. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down. 7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. Stafford now to throw on 1st down. This one complete to Atwell. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
That is caught downfield by Cup. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. And he'll take it on in. 2-2 Atwell. Touchdown, Rams.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Joshua Carney comes out now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Rams are on top. It's now 10-7. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Purdy works out of the pistol. This throw left side caught by Kittle. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Purdy. He's going to keep it himself. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Mike, this is an impressive run, especially considering the fact it was zone coverage. That's a lot of defenders with eyeballs in the backfield focused on the quarterback. So to be able to escape the pocket and pick up good yardage, really good play.
Purdy now, he'll throw on 1st down. That's Ayuk with it on the left side. Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd. As they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Debo. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion. And then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This from 34 yards. Moody's kick is good. And the 49ers will tie this game up here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So the late field goal brings us level. Final few seconds before halftime as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Stafford now on first down. He'll let this go. Deep shot for Atwell. And that is brought in. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, Rams. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
The kick is good, so add one more, and it will take a first-half lead into the locker room.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a vintage first half from the veteran Matthew Stafford. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see if we come out with a hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. And the kicking team right there, stopping him before he can get to the 15-yard line. The 49ers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. A run. And here's Mason. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action now. Purdy. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with them and will bring up third down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, you're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. The NFL's 3rd leading rusher a season ago. It's Kyren Williams.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the 2nd half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He'll let this one go long for Williams.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Here's the San Francisco offense ready to take possession of the ball once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They'll motion over Samuel. On 1st and 10, Purdy. The connection made to Ayuk.